Listen, everyday people are blowing up on YouTube right now. No big budgets and no team behind them. In fact, the less polished their videos are, the better they seem to do. In this video, I'm gonna break down the top 5 ways that I am seeing everyday people blowing up on YouTube right now. Okay, so the first trend that I've been noticing with everyday people blowing up on YouTube is people focusing more on raw and real and not overproduced videos. And this is music to my ears because listen, this is less work for us, okay? I'm seeing this as a huge shift right now on YouTube. In fact, I also went through this phase and unproduced, I don't know how else to say it, my videos, I made them more simple because I used to film myself walking around for the intro, doing more like a vlog style, you know, being around my house, outside, all these things. And I noticed when I just sat down in front of a camera with a mic, super simple, my videos did better. And I noticed a lot of the YouTubers that I look up to do the same thing. So I thought, why am I overcomplicating this and making my job way harder than it needs to be when I can simply just sit my butt in a chair, pop open a microphone, like it's a cold one? I don't know. Pop open a microphone, yap my yapper, and people will watch it. And I noticed the more raw and real and silly and goofy, you know, how I normally am in real life, I am on camera, the more that people seem to like the video. And I've been noticing this not just for my channel, but as a trend on YouTube in general, okay? I've been noticing like people not even editing their videos. Like, I don't know if I've gotten there yet. I like having my videos edited, but I've noticed people just, you know, hit record, they're raw, they're real. And I've watched videos like that. I think they're fantastic. And if that's something that you feel that you can do, or you're at the point where you can't afford to hire an editor, I think this is a really great trend that you could lean into. Because let's be honest, when I made videos when I had a crappier camera, crappier lighting, a really crappy microphone, my videos still got plenty of views, okay? And I didn't notice my views going up by making better lighting, better microphone. That was more what I wanted to do, right? And it doesn't necessarily translate to more views. People want you to be you, to share that great information, let your personality out, be raw and real, and you can keep it simple and people love it and it's totally trending right now. So again, stop worrying about the perfect lighting, the perfect microphone, the perfect camera. In fact, I have a friend who has over 75,000 subscribers on her channel. She's over 50 and she records every single video with her cell phone, okay? You can do this. You don't need all this fancy equipment. You don't need all the excuses in your head that you need fancy equipment to succeed. You just need to be yourself, share great information, make videos for your audience, and YouTube will help you find those people and grow your channel. Now, I don't like making overly produced videos, but I do like at least having a structure to what I'm going to talk about. Otherwise, I just ramble and ramble and ramble. And no, I don't think you need editing, but I do think you need some sort of script or structure to your video to make it succeed. So what I want to do is gift you my exact YouTube script template, okay? Now, you don't need to write out your script word for your whole video. In fact, what I do is I write out my intro and I bullet out the rest. And I want you to be able to see that and have that script template so you can get your videos out faster, more streamlined, and have a better start to finish video, even without it needing to be edited or fancy equipment or any of that. So you can grab my YouTube script template completely for free. It is linked in the description below this video. Now, I touched on this a little bit earlier, okay, but the first point really was about you being raw and real and sincere in your videos and not needing to worry about like overproduction, over editing, equipment, all that kind of stuff. But what I want to share now is that these talking head type videos, they absolutely work. Like I said, there are tons of people that I look up to online that have way more successful channels than me. They just pop their butt in a chair, they got a mic, they say what they have to say, right? So whether it's a podcast or just a YouTube channel, these types of videos do work and they can be a lot easier to create, which is music to my ears and hopefully to yours as well. So remember, you don't need any fancy filming locations, okay? You can literally just be a talking head and talk to the camera, sit down, have a camera, a mic, and yourself. And as long as the information is good, then your video can be good as well. Okay, so the third thing that I am seeing that is helping everyday people blow up on YouTube is sharing your unique story, because your unique story is truly your edge, okay? Let me give you an example with my channel. Now, there are hundreds, if not thousands, probably thousands, of people on YouTube teaching digital products, okay? They're teaching digital products in some capacity. There are so many people teaching this, right? And so I was really nervous when I made my channel, like, how am I gonna stand out? How are people gonna find me? Why are they gonna wanna learn learn from me specifically? And I don't think these are bad questions to ask, right? And really when it comes down to it, is it comes down to your story. So I'm able to share my story of how I dropped out of college. I was living with my grandma. I had 81 cents to my name. I started my first business, which was a photography business. I grew that to multiple six figures. Photographers were asking me how I did it. I started out doing coaching and workshops, but I was already super busy running my photo studio. So when I discovered digital products, I decided to take all of that knowledge and instead of doing, workshops and in-person coaching, to put those into digital products that I could create once and sell over and over and over for scalable, consistent income. And from there, I was able to grow a photography education business through digital products that grew to $2 million per year. So why am I sharing this with you? Because that's my story. It's unique. Nobody else can have it because it's only mine. And whether you think your story is better or worse than somebody else's doesn't matter. You really just need to focus on your story, and a number of people will relate to it, gravitate towards you. Like I could share with you right now, I like hiking, I like dogs, I like traveling to Europe, I like going to YouTube conferences, I like doing weekly date nights with my husband, I like getting massages in the mall. Like I could share all these random things about myself. And right now listening to those, you're probably going,
oh, I really like that too.
And now you feel like you know me a little bit more, you feel a little bit closer to me. That is the reason why sharing your story works, is because we are not robots. And in a day of AI, this is great news that sharing our stories still work fantastically, because that is something that AI cannot do. It's not human. It doesn't have a human experience and a human story, but you do. And that's your edge. And that's what you need to be sharing on your channel to blow up on YouTube. So lean into your experience and your story. That is what's going to make you stand out. Okay, the fourth thing that I'm seeing that is helping everyday people blow up on YouTube is to model what's already working on YouTube and then add your spin to it. So too many times I see people brainstorming completely from scratch, trying to think of what videos to make, whereas I'm over here about to hit 300 videos. I've never struggled coming up with an idea for my channel. In fact, I have too many ideas for my channel, and it's because I use a system where I make a list of all the channels that are successful, that are similar to my niche or in a broader niche like make money online in general. I look at those channels, I see which of their videos performed the best, which of their videos has more views than that channel has subscribers, and the videos have happened in the last year or sooner. And then I look at those videos, I look at the titles and I go, okay, why did this video do well? What's the topic? What's the shtick? What's the hook? And then I model that. I don't copy it word for word. So for example, sometimes I even model my own videos. I had a video pop off that was, I challenge you to 90 days on YouTube or something like that. So I made another video called I challenge you to 90 days with this side hustle, right? So I'm looking at, okay, this blew up, I think, because it's a challenge, 90 days. Like I try to go close to the title, but switch something about it and model it and not copy it. And that is what has blown up not only my channel, but I see people blowing up their channels all the time. In fact, we started a brand new channel from scratch just 3 weeks ago. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers, 1,000 watch time hours, almost $1,000 in sales, and over 200 email opt-ins from a 3-week-old channel, and it's with using this method. And remember, modeling is not copying. It's a smart strategy. Instead of starting from scratch, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? You can look at what is already working on YouTube and then use that as leverage to model to make videos that you know are going to perform well because they've already performed well on YouTube before. And if you haven't yet, I just want to remind you that you can download my YouTube script template completely for free, because having the right script, the right outline is really going to not only help your retention, but also having a better video in general. Okay, the fifth trend that I'm seeing, which is helping everyday people blow up on YouTube, and this one is by far my favorite, okay? I love this one. This one is to read the comments for hidden gold. Okay, so what does that mean? So you know now to research other channels and see which videos pop off, which videos get more views than they have subscribers, which videos get more views than their average views. These are called outlier videos. But what you want to do is with these outlier videos, not only do you want to model them for your channel, but go and read the comments, because that is where the gold is. People will be saying,
I wish you covered this in this video. I wish you wouldn't have talked about this. I wish you would have talked about this instead. I wish you would go more in depth on this. I really love that you talked about this, right?
And so that's going to help you be able to go, I could make a video just like this, slightly different, and make sure that I cover this and this and this and this that this creator didn't cover, so I can make an even better video and probably get even more views than the outlier video that I'm modeling. So you're able to take real live feedback from real humans to help mold your video to be the best video possible. And that's really what you're trying to do on YouTube to blow up your channel, right? You really are competing with all the other people making similar videos, and you have to try your best every single time you make a video to make your videos better and better and better. Because as Mr. Beast says, he focuses simply on making better videos. And I know that's really vague advice, but it is the truth. Because when you make better videos with better packaging, people click on those videos, they watch those videos, you have a better retention. And why does YouTube want you to have a good retention? Because they want to sell ads. And when you have better retention and more people watch the ads, YouTube is going to want to share your video out with more people, which is going to get you more views and grow your channel. So focus on raw and real content, focus on low edit talking head videos if it makes sense for your channel, use your unique story as your edge. Model what's working and add your spin, and read the comments for hidden gold to create videos that will blow up your channel. Because YouTube isn't just for already established influencers and brands. Everyday people are blowing up their YouTube channels with these tips, and you can too. I truly believe the opportunity on YouTube has never been bigger. So if you haven't already started your channel, the best time to do that is today. And if you've already started your channel, hats off to you for taking action. I absolutely love that. So now that you know 5 trends that are leading to everyday people blowing up on YouTube, you might be wanting a little challenge to help you make better videos and stay consistent over the next 90 days. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this next video here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be so much more powerful. See you in the next video.